Hey everyone, despite all the troubles in the world like the pandemic, we hope you're doing well and healthy. Now, you might find today's topic to be pretty interesting because, well, it's about puppies. Yeah, you heard it right, those cute little creatures that make our day all cheerful. But sadly, not all of these cute creatures experience a healthy or a fun upbringing. Well, have you guys come across the terms puppy mills? Well, if you have, then maybe you know the negative aspect of them as well. Like from fellow dog lovers or from the media, you might have heard it, right? Now, what exactly are puppy mills and what happens in them? Let's find out.
The term puppy mill is used to describe a large-scale commercial dog breeding enterprise, sometimes called puppy farms. These operations tend to house puppies and dogs in squalid conditions. They also overlook healthy breeding traits and safe practices to instead focus on the profits. Puppy mills actually do not refer to their business as such. They usually like to call themselves dog breeders or kennels. It is an inhuman, high volume dog breeding facility that churns out puppies only for profit, completely ignoring the needs and requirements of the pups and their mothers. The dogs grown in puppy mills are often found to be sick and unsocialized. Puppy mills usually sell their dogs via internet sales, online classified ads, flea markets, and pet stores. In fact, most of the dogs sold in pet stores and online are from these puppy mills.
Now, for instance, let's take an example that took place in Hyderabad recently. Leo, a dog which gave birth to many Labrador puppies, was abandoned on the streets of Hyderabad by her breeders. Why? Because she couldn't give birth to more puppies. With open wounds, skin infections, and malnourished, the dog had to be rescued by animal rights activists. The story of Leo stands as a testimony to all that's wrong with the implementation of dog breeding regulations in Telangana and elsewhere in the country. While more and more people are seeking to add a dog to their family in this lockdown, the demand has also sparked concerns about illegal breeders and puppy mills cropping up in the city.
Mother dogs spend their entire lives crammed up in cages with little or no personal attention at all. When father and mother dogs are unable to breed anymore, well, they're just abandoned or killed. Due to the poor sanitation, overbreeding, or lack of veterinary care, many of these puppies are prone to develop serious health problems, creating heartbreaking situations for the families who adopt them. Puppies in these mills often suffer a lot with swollen paws or paws bleeding or their feet just hanging from the wire cages. Severe tooth decay, ear infections, dehydration, and even like lesions on their eyes that can cause them permanent blindness.
Sadly, a large percentage of the puppy mill dogs will develop health and behavioral issues over time. Many of them are abandoned and euthanized by the dog owners themselves. On the surface, it might be difficult to discern between a puppy mill and a responsible breeder, but when we go beyond the surface, the difference is pretty much obvious. Responsible dog breeders put the well-being of their dogs first and strive to improve their breed. They work closely with the veterinarians and other pet professionals to ensure the health and safety of their dogs. Most of these responsible breeders get their dogs screened for specific health problems and are upfront and honest about the dog's medical histories and genetic lines.
Dogs with health issues or behavior problems are not bred, especially if the problems are hereditary. Instead, they are spayed or neutered and placed in good homes. Responsible breeders are affiliated with their local and national breed clubs and should be able to provide plenty of excellent references. They tend to operate on a smaller scale than puppy mills. In many cases, they make little to no profit. Puppies coming from these breeders are usually raised in home-like environments and are socialized from birth. The dogs used for breeding often spend their lives as family pets.
Well, what are the measures that can be adopted to reduce this brutality? Well, we actually feel instead of puppy mills or like pet stores where the dogs or any other pet for that matter is constantly chained and kept, we should have care centers. Like, if you want to get a perspective of what I mean, is like we have goshalas in India, right, where they care for the cows, they feed them, they have the place to roam, everything. Same thing should be done for the dogs and cats as well. They should have a care center where, I mean, even the street dogs, put them in those care centers, feed them, and whoever wants to adopt them can just go to the care center and pick a dog they like. And if they feel they're capable enough to adopt, well, good, they can adopt them. If a family feels they're unable to care for a dog, that's the place to leave it. The care centers, not on the roads.
Why are puppy mills still in business? The simplest reason why puppy mills still operate comes down to supply and demand. Certain hybrid dogs become so popular, sometimes to the extent that there are waiting lists for these puppies. Uninformed prospective dog owners are lured by the adorable photos and websites set up by the puppy mills. Finding that these puppies are available for purchase, most of the dog owners jump at the chance to buy a dog of their own. Most of them are not willing or able to pay top dollars for their dog and hence look for lower prices, not realizing that it is a huge red flag.
So, as responsible citizens, what can we do? If you're seeking to add a puppy or a pet to your family, make sure to adopt them from a local animal shelter or a rescue group. Or if you're planning to buy a purebred pet, obtain plenty of references and information about the breeder. Make sure to follow up on them as well. Research the breeder through the national and local breed clubs. Visit the home or kennel where the dogs live. Online shopping is definitely not recommended at all. Puppy mills may sell their dogs for slightly less than their quality counterparts in order to attract buyers.
Well, now you might be thinking that if we buy from these puppy mills, won't it save those puppies from the trauma? Well, this might seem logical at first, yes. Thinking that, see, the puppies face trauma in the puppy mills, and if I buy from those puppy mills, they'll escape the trauma. But no, that just doesn't work, because when you buy from those puppy mills, you're encouraging their business, you're helping them gain more profits, and as a result, they'll just do more of it. So even if you're saving maybe a few of the puppies, you'll put other thousands to suffer in the coming years. And also, these puppies that you buy from the puppy mills might have disabilities or other health issues, and people might not be able to afford the expenses, and they'll just abandon them again. No, it's not fair, right?
If you come across these type of breeders, the best thing to do is to file a report to the concerned authorities so they can take a deeper look into the matter. Allow the dogs to be taken care by animal care professionals and have full veterinary evaluations. If and when they are put up for adoption, you can even adopt these puppies. This way, the animals get the care they need and the homes they deserve.
It's high time we take these sensitive matters seriously and act considerate towards the living kind. No creature deserves harm. It's time we act responsible towards such subjects of concern. Be compassionate to all. Let's do this together.